Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Hello, hello, hello. So as the first in our series that I was talking about of showing the different bodies and armor replacers that we have available, that kind of information, I want to look at Cbbe. Now, whether you're looking at curvy, all-in-one, or if you're looking at the slim, all-in-one, either way, you're going to find a lot of the same mods, okay? Now, sometimes you're going to find one that only has curvy, but a lot of times they'll make one of each, but not always. So, first of all, you have to understand that Cbbe, this curvy all-in-one, and the slim all-in-one, either one or both, they have everything you need if you just want basically the vanilla armor refitted to this body. This is basically all you need. They even have very nice skin textures, all kinds of, there's all kinds of goodness in this. And it's a pretty big mod, but when you consider everything you get out of it, it's not that big. Now, I'm not doing a show on these mods. I'm just pointing out to you the things that are available to be used with these mods, okay? So, these are the Cbbe all-in-one mods. If you want to use the traditional, I'll say standard Cbbe, you have to start with these mods, either curvy or slim. That's what you have to start with in Skyrim, okay? This is what we have available on Bethesda. Now, there are a lot of other Cbbe little mods here and there. Was there anything over here? I don't think there's anything back this way of mention, no. Okay, so, but there are a lot of little mods, and we're going to see some of them going here to the left, such as here, when we get to Terra, there is Cbbe Slim. Now, this is not an armor replacer. This is an add-on mod. Okay, this gives you a lot of armors based on the Terra game that you can use for your actually, this is for girls and guys, but you'll notice it's vanilla males, and then it's Cbbe Slim females, and then they also have curvy females, and again, vanilla males. So you can definitely use something like this, and this is not a replacer, this is an add-on, okay? Alright, so that's an option. You can also have them added to the level list, though. If you want, you can have them added to the level list, and then you'll see them in the world, and you'll find them, as loot and all these other things. It's interesting, it's a different idea, but it is still not a replacer. You're not replacing all the armor in the game with this armor. But it's an option to know and be aware of. Now, there's a lot of other minor Cbbe mods. I'm not going to go over all of them. If you're looking for something skimpy, you're going to be interested in something like this from Kyo. It's Kyo's Skimpy Outfits. You would put this mod below the standard Cbbe mods that I showed you earlier. This mod would go below that, and this would be the slim version here, and this is the curvy version, and the pictures they used are the same, so don't let the pictures fool you. This is for the curvy version, even though they used the same pictures, and then this is for the slim version, still using the same pictures. It's alright. Nonetheless, this would give you a skimpy version for Cbbe. Now, using these two mods would cost you, a little over 500 megabytes. So, it's pretty big to do it, but I've seen worse. So, anyway, sorry, I said that was two things you could do. That's actually three things you can do. You can do the standard Cbbe, you can add in Terra, and you can have these Kyo's Skimpy Outfits. So I want to make sure I'm clear on what I'm presenting here. Now, beyond this, there are a lot of little Cbbe mods. Now, some of these are follower mods and other things. Some are textures. But there are a bunch of little Cbbe outfits, but they're singles, or they're not like complete replacers or that kind of thing. So for Cbbe, we're a little more limited, I would say, because we don't have as many or much variety, but you do have a lot of variety when you go through looking at little outfits, because most outfits, see, like this, they're either they make them, either they'll make a Cbbe version and a UNP version, or they'll make it so that it works for both. So a lot of times, like here, this doesn't say Cbbe, but I believe both of these from Morgan Helsing are based in Cbbe, so that's what you need. And they don't tell you that till way down here, and they say is Cbbe, but may work with UNP, but it's, and there's a lot of things like that, a lot of outfits here. Now 7 base, that's not the same, don't worry about that. And you're going to get some mixture, because a lot of people put Cbbe in their description comments because they're trying to give credit back to the original mod authors. Now, Nephilim is something that we're going to do separate, because it's based out of Cbbe, but it's not the same, so I'm not covering it here. There's going to be another show just for that. Some of these are races, some of these are all kinds of things, but there's a lot of skin textures, like Asher's here, and just a lot of different things like that. And then you get into other bodies and things, but you'll notice I did a search. This is the results for Cbbe. Let's see, is this Cbbe, but it's in the Nephilim shape. Nonetheless, you can use a lot of these Cbbe replacers, or they're not all replacers, I'm sorry, or outfits. Like the Linko outfit is a nice little outfit you can use. And it's this one, this is the Cbbe version. So there's a lot of little mods like that you can find and use. Now, I don't know how many of these there are. This is for UNP, so I don't know how many things like that you can find. You have to look specifically for some things. You'll notice here we have a fair skin complexion for Cbbe, etc., etc. There's a lot of different little mods. I'm not going to go through all of them. I wanted to show you the main things that you can still find and use for Cbbe if that's what you would like to use and want to use, and you just want to spice it up a little bit with either Kios, or maybe you want to use Terra. Maybe you want to add in Terra. Now, Terra is a big mod, but I've played around with it before, and it does give you a lot of outfits and a lot of fun stuff to play around with if you like that, okay? So, really, I think this basically pretty much sums up what we have available for Cbbe on the Xbox. And I know we don't have, this is why I say we don't really have a whole lot of options with Cbbe, the original, but there are a lot of little mods that you can still use with it, so it's not like it doesn't exist. It does exist, and there is stuff here. One other thing to note is that if you're using this Cbbe, this version of Cbbe doesn't support the animations if you wanted that. Now, if you don't want the animations, then you're okay. But this doesn't support the animations. I don't think Kios does either, if I remember correctly. I don't think it supports the animation. I don't think this is built in, but let's take a quick look. It doesn't mention it, and from what I remember, it doesn't support TBBP or BBP, however you want to say it. It doesn't support the animations. Now, Terra, I don't think Terra does either, honestly. I don't think Terra does either. So if you want the animations, unless they build it into one of the smaller mods that does like just a one-of armor mod, unless they build it into that, you won't get the animations from these mods, from what I remember. So I'm pretty sure that this one here does not really support the animations either. Okay. Alright. So just wanted to mention that. If it does, someone can let me know, but I don't think it does. From what I remember of the... Now, this is what I call the standard Cbbe. It does not really support the animation. So something to be aware of, but that doesn't necessarily zap that out of your life. I mean, unless you just really had to have the animations, that's a choice. All right. Okay. So that's all I wanted to show you on this. Next, we're going to move on and do a different body type. So I want to thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. So I want to acknowledge these people who donate to the channel, who support the channel. They put their money where their mouth is, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you to these folks, and thank you to everyone for watching and supporting the channel. This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.
Game